Rubber stamps are normally used with ink, but I want to show you how to use them direct with the wax. It doesn't damage your stamp. You can use them with rubber or polymer, it's fine. So let's get rid of the ink and bring on the wax. I'm going to do a little tree stamp for you. And the iron is going to be turned into a small hot plate. Now that means undoing the button at the back and taking the handle off, laying the iron in here. Now when you received it, it was packed like this, remember? Actually over there, but now you want to lay it on top, like that. Take a piece of tissue so you can hold the end of the iron as you push it forwards, and it should click into place. But to be safe, get some masking tape, tear a little bit of masking tape, and stick it here. Now really you should do that when the iron's cold, it's much safer. But now I've taped it so it's firm. The masking tape will come off afterwards perfectly. Now to get the wax onto the surface of the stamp, I'm going to use a palette card. And a palette card is simply a card, a scrap card, that you can use over and over again when you actually put the wax. This is how lots of kids draw a tree. Green, brown. And that'll colour the stamp in roughly the right areas. So put the stamp onto that card and hold it down there for about 4 or 5 seconds, and then just puddle it around in that wax until you can see that the stamp is coated. Once the stamp's coated, remove the palette card, get the card you're going to actually print onto, and now put the stamp carefully down on there and hold it firmly. I'm pressing it and rocking it. Can you see I'm just rocking it there to make sure it's contacted? And out comes a perfect stamp in wax. You can use areas of this stamp, which are still waxed, to put in little bits of detail. So let's use that and put a bit of foliage in here. And I'm just moving the card along to make sure it stays on the hot part of the iron. Now also, if you've got some dirty bits of tissue like this, they can be quite useful. Because you take a dirty area like that, it's got a bit of bluey colour on it, I think. And then you can just rub through the bottom of that, because it's still on the heat, and give it somewhere to stand. So that's rubber stamping using wax. Ah, you say, what about my stamp? It's covered in wax now. It doesn't really matter. Just put it directly onto the surface of the iron. Directly onto the surface of the iron. And then dab it onto a piece of tissue like this. You can see there's a lot of wax on there. Wipe that as well. And keep doing that on the iron and dabbing on the tissue until there's no further trace of wax on here. And then you know that that is clean. Let's just check that. I'll get my pad of ink, piece of card, and just print it out. So the stamp isn't damaged, and it's a great tool, a rubber brush in effect. So have fun with that.